Hello, today we are going to look at systems of simultaneous equations and how to solve them. Now we are going to solve these systems of simultaneous equations using the matrices method. Now, last time we looked at ways of solving simultaneous equations. We looked at elimination method. We also looked at substitution method. Today we are going to look at solving simultaneous equations using matrix method, the use of augmented matrix to solve systems of linear equations. Now, looking at the presented system of equation, the first thing for us to do is to derive our matrices from the presented linear equations. So our matrices are 2, 3, 2, -3, 3, -2. Then our unknowns are S and T. Then this one equals to 7 plus 8. So since we have our matrices here, the matrix on the left hand side, we are going to use it to find the determinant. So the determinant of this matrix is going to be, remember last time we talked about ways of finding the determinant. The determinant is multiplication of elements in the primary or the leading diagonal. From it you subtract the multiplication of elements in the secondary diagonal. And this one gives us 2 times -2, which is -4. From it you subtract -9, and this one is going to give us 5. After this, we have to find the inverse of a matrix. Last time we looked at the inverse of a matrix also. Now, when finding the inverse of a matrix, the first thing for you to do is to interchange the elements in the leading diagonal, that is the principal diagonal. Then after that, the elements in the secondary diagonal, you reverse the signs. So when you do that, you're going to end up with -2, 3, then -3, 2. So you've interchanged the elements in the leading diagonal, and you have reversed the signs of elements in the secondary diagonal. Then after this, you divide it with the determinant. When you do this, what you'll end up with is the inverse. So when you take the determinant, the matrix divided with the determinant, you are going to get the inverse. And in our case here, the inverse is -2 over 5, 3 over 5, -3 over 5, and 2 over 5. Now, the inverse that you get, you pre-multiply it with the matrix we formed above there. So we are going to have the inverse multiplied by the matrix, which was 2, -3, 3, -2. Then the unknowns were S and T, and this one equals to the inverse multiplied by our matrix, which was 7 and 8. Now, on the left hand side, when the inverse of a matrix is multiplied by the matrix itself, you end up with an identity matrix. An identity matrix is a matrix that has ones in the leading diagonal and zeros in the secondary diagonal or anywhere else, but ones in the leading diagonal. So when you multiply the inverse multiplied by its matrix, you'll end up with an identity matrix of 1, 0, 0, 1. Then this one multiplied by the unknowns, which are S and T, and this one should give us a multiplication of this the inverse and the matrix will give us -2 over 5 multiplied by 7 all through, and at long last you'll end up with our S and T is going to give us 2 and -1. So therefore we can say that the value of S is 2 and the value of T is -1. So after finding out that S and T is 2 and T is -1, you have to write it and specify that the value of S is 2 and the value of T is -1. Thank you for watching and learning. You can subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels on BC Online Math. May you be blessed.